These are my god tier romances that I think you should bring with you to read outside. When the weather gets warmer, the days get longer, and our sleeves get shorter, we just want a nice romance to bask in the sun with. At the park, at the beach, wherever you like to get your daily dose of vitamin D, these are my recommendations. For my East Coast girls who are going to read at the park, I highly recommend the 7-Year Slip. This is a magical realism romance based in New York with a female main character who works in publishing and a male main character who's a chef. This book is funny, it's sweet, and it has an overarching theme of the universe conspiring for two people to meet at just the right time. Rebecca Serle's Expiration Dates is basically the California version of the 7-Year Slip. In this story, our main character Daphne gets a piece of paper every time she starts dating a guy that tells her how long the relationship is going to last. Daphne's story takes place in LA and prompts you to question whether your life is entirely tied to fate and the role that personal choice has in your outcomes. If you're a New England gal or you're going to New England for the summer, obviously you have to pick up an Elin Hildebrand book. I specifically recommend 28 Summers. This story explores the love between Mallory and Jake over the course of 28 years of their lives. Mallory and Jake have this same time next year kind of arrangement where they meet at the same summer house in Nantucket every single year over the holiday weekend. And as you can imagine, over the course of 28 years, a lot changes between them and between the people that they have separate relationships with. It's a really beautiful story about how love starts and grows and changes and ends and is reborn again over the course of a lifetime. For our lovers of a big city girl meets a small town boy romances, I cannot recommend Part of Your World enough. Reading this book felt like watching a Hallmark movie with all of the sweetness but none of the cheesiness. Our female main character Alexis is a big city emergency room doctor who ends up falling in love with small town Daniel, who's trying to save his family's bed and breakfast. It goes exactly as you would expect, but to me, I feel that this is the blueprint for this particular trope. And lastly, for the girls who are planning a fantastic all-inclusive weekend with the girls for a summer getaway, I highly recommend Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. Similar to Part of Your World, Janelle, our female main character, is an overworked doctor who needs a break, which comes in the form of her sister's destination wedding. The gag is, Janelle's sister is marrying Janelle's ex. So while Janelle is coping with these complex family dynamics, she's also starting to fall for Rome, who she makes an only for the week arrangement with. But Rome has other plans for her. While this book has more spice than some of the others, it is still a very sweet love story that explores romance, family, and friendship in the beautiful backdrop of Tulum. These are my personal faves, but let me know what yours are down below so that I have some new books to keep me company outside. Thanks for watching. Bye.